Ethiopia is a country that's full of mysteries. The history is one that is incredible. It is so linked with Jewish biblical history as well. I got off the plane on a tiny little airport in Gondar, and you're just like all of a sudden on an adventure. And we traveled for hours and hours and hours to try and find traces of Jewish communities. You're seeing things that you never would have seen anywhere else in the world. And you're kind of keeping an open mind, thinking, maybe I'll find something unexpected. So I took a boat to this tiny little island on Lake Tana, near the city of Bahir Dar. I get there and it's this tiny little island with no electricity, stone steps leading up to a monastery. And I found this monk. He found out that I was Jewish and a rabbi, and he starts asking me about different words in the Bible, because their Bible is written in the holy script of Ge'ez, which he told me is derived from ancient Hebrew. So he was super excited. He kind of matter-of-factly mentioned, I think there's some ancient Hebrew books that are a few thousand years old on the island, kind of 20 minutes in that direction. And I was like, what? He goes, they're these ancient books. They're like old. None of us can read it because we don't speak Hebrew. Maybe you want to go and see it. And I felt like I switched and became Indiana Jones in like one moment. And I just jumped on the boat. I got my translator. I said, off we go. We got on the boat, and it was an island called Kibranst Gabriel. And I get to what they called a museum, which was in reality like a small shack. It was pitch black, even though it was the middle of the day, because there was one tiny window with a few kind of glass cabinets that were locked. And I'm desperately looking and trying to see if I can see any of the books are open. Maybe I can see some ancient Hebrew, and I offered them that I'd come and translate it for them and tell them what it means. And they said, we're not allowed to open it. You can't, you have to just look. And then I'm about to leave, and out of the corner of my eye, right tucked away at the bottom of one of these glass cabinets, something kind of caught my eye. And I looked down, and it was a small, tiny menorah. It was probably about this high, and it was gold. And I said, do you know what this is? And he goes, Jewish. And I said, I know it's Jewish, but what's it doing here? How did it get here? So he said to me, we have a tradition that King Solomon gave lots of gifts to the Queen of Sheba when she returned from Jerusalem. And we believe that this small Jewish object is from that time period. So I was like, totally blown away. An incredible moment of pride. And I took a quick picture. It was too dark to take a video, and I left there thinking, wow, how incredible it was that, this may or may not have been something that was 3,000 years old, an artifact from biblical times. But even if it wasn't, the fact that I found some kind of Jewish reference on a small island in Lake Tana in Northern Ethiopia was mind-blowing. And it just showed me the amazing impact and influence that the Jewish nation have had for 2,000 or 3,000 years. The Jews have been kind of scattered across every corner of the earth. The vast majority of that kind of geographical displacement has been under very difficult circumstances, under persecution. The menorah is the symbol of light and hope in the darkness. There is hope, there is meaning to what I'm doing, there is meaning to life and to my role and my mission in the world. And the light of Chanukah gives us that hope. What an amazing thing to find in the most unlikeliest of places.